Everybody, it's Whit Anderson again here with Joe Reef, and we are going to be talking about listings and working with sellers. What should sellers be doing right now to get their home ready for the spring market of 2023, as well as if they're looking to list this year?
Okay. So, quite honestly, the market has already kind of begun, which sometimes years are different than others. But what we always encourage people to do is to talk about like decluttering the home, maybe reaching out to some contractors. It's really the best time of the year to get contractors. They're a little bit less busy coming off the winter months. As you get into the spring and the summer, it is really hard to get folks. But decluttering, kind of inviting a realtor over to take a look at the home, give them some suggestions on things to do. Actually, we may have to rearrange furniture. We may want to get a contractor in to repair something that may bring some added value to those types of sellers. So just touch base with the realtor would be my ultimate first thing.
Another question for you. What would you say is a minimal repair cost that can be done to help sellers enhance their home for listing?
All right, so most of the time when we meet sellers, they think they've got to redo appliances, redo an entire kitchen or a bathroom, and that's not always the case. So quite honestly, the simplest things, mulching the front of the home.
Curb appeal.
If you're not getting them through the front door, they're not looking at the rest of the home. So updated outside of the house in terms of mulch, painting, and then maybe replacing some carpeting or some flooring. Those are the most cost-effective things to do in the home.
Let's now talk about pre-staging recommendations and what you think you can help with your sellers on that staging. A little bit more about it.
Right, so pre-staging, as we talked about a little bit with decluttering, I mean, that is really a big key, but there are some things, some of the homes we have may have furniture, some may not. So we kind of take a hands-on approach and may even actually talk about virtual staging.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a whole new thing that's the sellers really like, maybe we just need to move all of our stuff out beforehand. So we give different recommendations on that. So it's just a whole nother key outside of the decluttering and getting the home ready.
More about this virtual staging. I mean, this must be something completely new. What have you seen as far as success rates with doing the virtual versus hiring a stager to come in and do this?
And, well, sometimes the virtual is a lot more cost effective.
Okay.
Again, a little bit less time consuming for the seller is they're busy with other things as well. But when we're virtually staging the stuff we're doing photos, we're talking about and looking at how a camera views the property.
Right.
So as we're looking through that camera lens, we're like, what type of furniture would go here? Maybe it is a completely vacant property for that purpose.
Right. And I always like the saying, picture says 1,000 words, right? So that can really enhance the opportunity for more of those buyers to have some more foot traffic.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. Give me some real estate insight into active listings, especially for those individuals that are looking to list their property, but they're kind of a little hesitant because of what they're hearing on the news.
Right. So the market is a little bit different than I think what we initially thought this year was going to be.
Okay.
Coming off of last year, we came off of October, November, December, which were a little bit slower. Interest rates had climbed up to around 7, maybe a little bit over. And so some people took a pause.
Right.
And we were thinking initially it was going to be a little bit slower in the springtime or early winter. As we've gotten into this time, I've been out with buyers the last month or so, and places are still selling very quickly. We're seeing multiple offers on the market. Time frames for properties right now are still about a week to 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it does depend on specific neighborhoods, but overall, it's a very fast-paced market, and we're still seeing for sellers, the ability to not have to do a lot to the homes as they've not been doing for the past couple of years. And that's why we're talking about for a seller, maybe making some of those minimal improvements, paint, carpet, just to get the home in showing condition. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's still a fast-paced market for sellers.